bliss, when they actually measure the brain waves and the heart rate variability of people in bliss, they notice that the rhythms, the alpha, theta, beta, delta, raise your hand if you know what that means, alpha, theta, beta, delta in the brain waves. All right, raise your hand if you don't know what that means, if that's all Greek. Okay, so basically brain scientists have a way of categorizing brain waves. See, a brain wave is when, if you were like looking at the earth from the outer space and there was a storm and you see ripples of lightning rippling across the surface of the oceans, that's your brain. And there's little ripples, oceans, waves of electrical lightning rippling upon the surface of your brain, and they're moving. And if they're moving very slowly, we call that delta. It's what happens when you're so sleeping deeper than even dreaming. You're producing neurohormones. Your body's unleashing a torrent of hormones and rejuvenating chemicals, because that's where basically DNA has a chance to unwind. We'll talk about that, what that means in a minute. But basically, if your brainwaves are going a little bit faster, somewhere between 5 and 8 cycles per second, all of a sudden you're in something called theta. That's where you're in deep dreaming, fully vivid. You don't even know you're dreaming till you wake up and go, oh, I was dreaming. That's how real it is, right? That's theta. Next up a little bit is alpha, totally relaxed. The brain waves are surfing across the surface of the brain, somewhere between 8 and 13 cycles per second. And all of a sudden, it's like you're fully aware, you're perfect for socialization. This is why people drink. Okay, this is all addictions. All addictions in brainwave research studies, thousands of case studies showed missing harmonics in the alpha brainwave spectrum. That means the brain didn't have capacity to make certain speeds of electricity, certain rhythms it was unable to produce. So as soon as they put alcohol in, as soon as they put in whatever they were used to putting in, that's when all of a sudden the brain waves go to alpha. So what I'm suggesting is that when we get gold in, which is meant to be in the soils, but it's stripped of it, when we get gold in, we get the full spectrum. Gold has been shown to normalize and replace the missing alpha harmonics in the brain. This is crucial. This is what allows something called the awakened brain wave state by brainwave researchers to pop into our experience. And it's when the relationship between the alpha, theta, beta, between those different speeds, so you can have ocean waves and you can have little ripples on the wave, right? Just like the stock market. Well, that's what's happening in our own biorhythms. And when you get the ratio between the small waves and the big waves to what is known as the golden mean, golden mean, when you get it to that ratio, suddenly you're able to maintain alpha, theta, beta, delta all at the same time. Normally you can only do one at a time. You can only do math or be deep dreaming. You can only be putting out these neurohormones and these peptides in deep delta or engaging in conversation. Never before has the body really been able to show this capacity, except when alpha, theta, beta, delta line up according to this ratio, which through time we've seen is the pattern of the galaxies. It's the pattern of all life as it expresses into the world. It's the fingerprint of love itself. And so when we get into a state of harmony at the elemental level, when we've got everything our body needs, so we're not in competition for resources, all of a sudden harmony reigns. Energy flows, and that energy, that extra energy that comes cascading forth, wiggles according to that golden mean. And it feels like bliss, and it's what our body's meant to do naturally. It's our inherent nature. It always has a solution. It always has an idea. Wherever there was a problem or pain, it comes, it overrises. And that's the unique nature of being able to hold beta, which is focus. Somebody's, car's burning and you're lifting it off, you're in focus, mathematics, beta. That's the fastest brainwave. Okay, when you can maintain that and total social interaction and total dreamlike state and all of its creative potential, and you're releasing all the hormones and peptides of deep dream sleep, and you're fully present, and it's all kind of coming to the same point in your awareness.
Superhero, then.
What is that called?
A superhero!
Thank you. Yeah. So, superheroes. The superhero skill of the century is the superhero ignition wand. And it's simply a body of information, and it can exist in a template form. You get a small message to a large group of people, and those that are triggered into going, oh yeah, I don't want all this, what I've been raised and taught with that was, not really serving me anymore, and I do want to experience something higher. All of a sudden, they reply. You're only talking to people who have watched a video or listened to a CD or something, and they know that they're interested in experiencing this for themselves, or maybe even sharing it. And that's what we've created. So if you're interested in that, go back to the booth, Elements for Life, and we'll tell you all about that, share that. Meanwhile, I want to get a little bit back into more of the science and where this goes to when we put it into practice. Is that cool? All right, how about a time check? Time check, somebody. 8:26, perfect. 5:26. All right, yeah, you know, you never know. Okay, so the moon's straight overhead. We just had a prayer, right? We just had a peace prayer. Nobody even knew about it. Nobody here hardly even knew about it. We had this amazing channeling of energy. A portal opened up, and these amazing people held space for peace on earth. And literally, what are we here for? You know, at some level, our organs, our glands, our tissues, our cells are congruent in their message. They want something better. They want to be able to form the ultimate home for energy and consciousness to proliferate into the world, right? The ultimate vehicle for our highest potential into the world. You know, and those sound like lofty words, but what does that really mean? Does it mean superfoods? Does it mean super herbs? Well, let's just look at the digestive process. Let's just look at energy. What are the two most draining energy activities in the human experience? Digestion, yes. And what else?
Having sex.
That's right. So, it only stands to reason that the more energy you have, the more energy draining activities you can enjoy without having the same level of drop in vitality. Or, if you want to take it to the next level, you can actually generate a surplus of energy by making smart, conscious choices of the way you use your energy that actually totally feed your body and your brain's ability to produce that golden mean relationship. You see, it gets to a point where, yeah, we want to put this stuff into our body at the cellular level. It's wonderful, the foods are all there. And there's a whole other camp saying, oh, you don't need any of that. You can even not even eat food. And that's perfectly true too. And you can metabolize the elements straight from the sun. That's true as well. Because what is an element? But a bunch of light particles that have wound themselves into a pattern. And each of those subatomic particles is like a little light wave holding its tail in its mouth. And that's how it goes in a single unit. Now it's a point instead of a wave, right? This is simple holographic physics. And it's what the ancient teachings of all ages have talked about, and it's what the modern science is showing. And if we just put it into practice, what happens? Well, apparently, everything that is what we call disease, or whatever we call not the perfect state of health, it just drifts away. We don't have to know labels. All we have to know is principles: alkalinity, enzymes, platinum group elements, proteins. How do I create the right neuropeptide profile? How do I specifically increase dopamine? Or if that's, you know, or maybe you don't have to know what dopamine is, but if you know what foods create a certain feeling, dopamine may be the chemical messenger. You don't need to know that. You can also learn this totally intuitively. And that's what we like about this too, is because it holds within it the micro and the macro. Everything from mathematics and basic structure of the universe, right down to what that looks like as a nutrient, and how to turn your senses back on so that, like an animal, you can smell something and get a salivary response and know exactly if it's good for you or not. Or be able to look at it and know what planet this is in conjunction with, and what organs in my body and feelings that's associated with. Do I want more of that? That's the kind of tuning we want to get.